Welcome to A Girl's Guide to the Military. In this week's video, I'm going to cover what to expect when you head to MEPS. The first thing that we need to talk about is when you go to MEPS, most people arrive at the hotel, the designated hotel that the either recruiter or they're told to go to. And the reason that people go to the hotel and don't arrive in the morning is that if there's any reason that you're late and you miss the start of a physical, you won't be allowed to go in. So it's often better, especially if you live a long ways away from the MEPS facility, to stay at the hotel the night before. One thing to be aware of is that you may end up sharing a room with another member, so be prepared for that. There'll be two separate beds, but you might have to share a room with another recruit the night before you go to MEPS. The night before, you'll be told where to report to in the morning. Most often it's the cafeteria where you can get breakfast before you head over to MEPS. Make sure you drink water or some other fluid because at some point during the day you will be doing a drug test. Once it's time to head over to the MEPS facility, the military representative will call everyone over, line up and board the bus. You board the bus from front to back with every seat being taken. It's important that you follow the instructions that the military representative gives you and you follow their process. The military is working to get as many people through the MEPS system each day, and so following the rules and the order helps the process to go smoothly. Then you'll arrive at the facility and you'll be taken off the bus. Some members choose to take their ASVAB the same day, while others are only doing the physical. I recommend taking the ASVAB on a separate day of MEPS because it makes for a really long day, and you also often pick your job once you pass the medical physical, and if you do the ASVAB and the medical physical in the same day, you won't have a lot of time to decide what career field is best for you. For the medical physical, the military is going to check everything. They begin by having you go into a classroom and filling out forms and getting your fingerprint scanned and giving you a tag that you wear throughout the day. And after all that paperwork is done, they'll send you to various stations where you'll get a hearing test, an eye test, they'll check your heart rate. If you're in the Air Force and the Coast Guard, you'll have to read a line of text, and you also get your blood drawn. And then once you've completed all the initial standard tests, you will break into groups of male and female, and depending on how the MEPS system works, sometimes you have to wait until all the males are done, or sometimes it's done at the same time. But you will be separated into two separate groups and you'll wait to go to your assigned place. And then when it's time, they'll tell you it's time to take a drug test. I'll tell you it's time to pee into a cup, which is a drug test, and it is also a pregnancy test. They're checking to see if you have any drugs in your system, and they're also checking to see if you're pregnant. After you go to the restroom and wash your hands, you will then be informed that you need to strip down to your bra and underwear, and you'll wait with all the other women who are being tested that day. Normally this is also when they do your height and weight, and so they'll check everyone's height and weight, and then everyone will perform various exercises, mobility exercises, to be able to show the military representatives that you can move in accordance with what military requires. After this is done, you wait one by one and you go and meet with the doctor, and there's always a female representative in the room with you, so it's not just you and the doctor. And the doctor will give you a dressing gown and you'll take off your clothes, and then he or she will do a full body physical that will include every part of your body, a breast exam, and they'll check your private area, and they'll check your toes and your heartbeat and your breathing and your ears and your eyes and your nose, every part of you in this medical physical. It's pretty quick because they do it a lot, and so It's not a very long process, but it is a very intense process. And then once you're done with that, they'll send you back into, you'll put your bra and underwear back on, and then they'll send you back and you'll put your clothes on in another room. And then the physical is over and you're in the hurry up and wait as you wait for either the clearance or if you need a waiver or are disqualified. So that's a quick rundown of the MEPS process. I'm going to do another video talking about the disqualifications that are common at MEPS and another video about what happens after you get cleared. So look for those videos coming up. And if you have any specific questions about MEPS, just put them in the comments. I am connected with a lot of veterans, so I can help answer your questions about what MEPS is like and what the experience is like. I went to MEPS as an officer candidate, and it was a little different than the things I've heard from enlisted, but the overall medical physical and the events that happen throughout the day are the same. So I hope you enjoy this video, and if you like this content and want to get more, hit subscribe and like this video. And if you have any questions, my Girl's Guide to the Military will be linked in the description below to help you answer all your questions about military life. Thanks so much for watching.